Go ahead and call our meeting to order. If you please join me in a moment of silent prayer or reflection. Thank you. Terry, can you do roll call, please?
Pat Rooney.
Here.
Alan Ward.
Here.
John Maston.
Here.
Kathy Cox. Here. Nicole Cohen.
Here. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do I have a motion to review and accept the agenda for today's session?
So moved. Second.
John Maston.
Yes.
Kathy Cox.
Yes.
Pat Rooney.
Yes.
Alan Ward.
Yes.
Nicole Cohen.
Yes. Okay, we've got one action item, 3.1, approval of purchase for Microsoft licensing. Mrs. Minor.
Madam President and members of the board, it is recommended the governing board approve a purchase for Microsoft Office licensing in an amount not to exceed $33,000 per year. The current Microsoft Windows Office suite needs to be updated to be compatible with our new 2016 server environment. As a part of the Windows Active Directory and database migration, we need Windows 2016 server licensing. Also, we are retiring the Novell suite of applications, reducing reoccurring expenses in this area by $19,565 per year, as shown in Exhibit A. The proposed solution will move the district from a perpetual license model to a subscription-based model. The value of moving to a subscription-based model lies in our ability to access the most current versions as they become available, rather than purchasing and using a single version until it is no longer supported. This purchase covers all district-owned devices for licensing and upgrades to Microsoft operating systems, Office 2016 Professional Plus, and Windows Server for a term of 1 year with an optional 3-year agreement at the current price. This purchase is based on Microsoft's Academic Open Value license with pricing provided by Insight Public Sector using the U.S. Communities Cooperative Contract. This purchase has been reviewed and approved by the Business Department. If approved, funding will come from the sale of school improvement bonds as outlined in the Citizens for Havasu Schools document titled Allocation of Capital Improvement Expenditures. And Mr. Baker is here to address any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
I move we accept 3.1 as presented. Second.
Any discussion, any questions?
So we're getting licensing for our staff's computers. And we're getting Office 365 for our staff and students at no charge. Correct. Okay. And that Office 365 would allow a student or a teacher to accomplish their task either at a district location or at a home location at no additional expense. Correct. So really what we're paying for is we're paying for our fixed copies of Office, and we're paying for our server licensing and our ongoing operating system licensing.
Yes. Yeah. In essence, there's also a little piece called CALS, which is the client access licenses, which allows everyone, students and staff, to have access to any of the applications or servers that are in the environment.
So the next time we come into a server licensing issue, say 5 to 7 years from now, and as long as we're on this agreement, we won't ever have to go back and repurchase server licenses as long as we keep our subscription up to date.
Correct. And we'll always have the newest version if we want it, if it's there for us to upgrade to.
Is this an installation where people will be here installing, or is it downloading, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's actually both environments.
Okay.
We'll have a locally installed client, which will live on the computer, as well as access to O365, which is cloud-based. We have the ability to store our files locally and access them through the cloud access. So we wouldn't have to store our data or information in the cloud. We could utilize our new environment.
And when will the installation, I'll just call it an installation, when would that begin?
begin. We are scheduled to begin that installation the week of 12/15.
And when would it be complete?
Take approximately probably 2 weeks.
Okay.
So,
That includes the server virtualization project in that 2 weeks?
yes, the server virtualization project has actually already begun. We started installation yesterday, so the physical hardware is in place at the high school as of yesterday. It's been stood up and is probably as we speak being put online.
And have we selected a location for our offsite backup?
Yes, the offsite backup site was selected, and that's Thunderbolt. They have enough room, the right power requirements, as well as the correct HVAC requirements to cool.
Now, there was a part of this too, when we looked at the total cost for this, that was beyond the bond point, if I remember correctly.
I believe that was prior to the addition to, that we talked about in here regarding the Nobel savings that we have. So actually,
Okay.
because of the Nobel savings, we're actually under what the bond.
But next year will be, when we go to the renewal point, we'll be at the full burden.
Well, you know, the Nobel price was a yearly price as
Okay.
well, so.
But yes, we will continue to be paying that, no longer out of the bond.
Okay. And last question, have we gotten E-rate money back?
Yes,
Okay.
we have actually.
And have we decided how we're going to spend that, or is it just going to?
Excuse me, let me clarify. We've seen what we're approved to receive back.
Okay.
We have not received that actual funding yet.
That's something I want you to look at and talk about later.
Okay, sounds good.
So my question has to do with, so now, since we're going to be storing things on the cloud, so now I have no, we're not.
No.
Okay, but O365 just said was cloud-based.
What it'll give us access to is the applications via the cloud. And then we
Okay.
can store our files here locally.
Local, okay. So there is no security issue then.
No.
Well, not as big a one. Not as big. Still always a security issue.
But not the one you're thinking.
Not the one I was thinking of. Okay, good. That was the only question I had about it.
I think it's important to note too that at every step that we can from a security standpoint, we're going to make sure that we leverage Active Directory, so that way those security items are in place. And that's what we're in the process of building as a part of the new environment that we're working with Dell to build right now. So it's replacing Novell.
Have you fleshed out the group policy yet?
Not completely. It will be fairly new to this environment because there were some limited policies in place. A lot of them were implemented at the device level, and we're going to be implementing those system-wide at the network level in Active Directory. So when you log into any machine, your policy would follow you at that point.
So with the Skype for Business, will we be able to do video conferencing here in the boardroom?
It has that capability, yes. We'll have to look a little further into it. There are some setup fees and things that come along with that in order to make video work. But will we have the capability? Absolutely. So.
I'll just be curious what that would cost, because we could probably save money and some travel if we were able to video conference for the boardroom. Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Go ahead and call for the vote, Terry.
Kathy Cox?
Yes.
John Maston?
Yes.
Pat Rooney?
Yes.
Alan Ward?
Yes.
Nicole Cohen?
Yes. Okay. Our next meeting is December 19th.
December 12th.
I'm sorry.
Work session. Next
Work
meeting.
session, December 12th, sorry. And with that,
I would move we adjourn.
Second.
Alan Ward?
Yes.
Pat Rooney?
Yes.
John Maston?
Yes.
Kathy Cox?
Yes.
Nicole Cohen?
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for your time, guys.